What's up, gamers? We're going to take some notes on the midpoint formula. Before you start your work, add your name to the title of the slides, like I am doing here. Click the share button and share your work with me as an editor. Important note is to complete this assignment, you're going to watch the video of the notes, which you're doing right now. Great job. And you're going to complete the fill in the blanks on the slides. However, something different is that when you watch the videos of the examples, which will be later, take notes on your own piece of paper or type them into the slides. What I want you to turn into Canvas is a photo of the example problems. I don't need you to turn in the link to these slides, but I do want to see that you have completed the example problems, which are on the last 3 slides. So let's jump into the notes. What is the midpoint? Well, the definition of the midpoint is here. The midpoint, which we're calling capital M, has an x and a y coordinate. It is a coordinate point. So the midpoint M of a line segment is the exact halfway point. So it's exactly halfway between the end points of the line segment. So it's the exact halfway point between the two end points. Well, what does this mean? If we have a line segment from x1, y1 to the point x2, y2, then the midpoint of that line segment would have an x-coordinate, and its x-coordinate would be halfway between x1 and x2. And its y-coordinate would be halfway between y1 and y2. So the midpoint has an x and a y coordinate, which are halfway between x1 and x2, and the y-coordinate is halfway between y1 and y2. So we have that now. But how do I find the halfway point? Well, the halfway point between x1 and x2 can be found by doing x1 plus x2. Change the order real quick. Bring them up, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So it's almost like taking the average of the two. You're splitting it right in half. And halfway between y1 and y2 would be y1 plus y2 divided by 2. We're taking the average of those values, we're splitting it right in half. So what's the midpoint formula? Well, the midpoint, M, which has coordinates x and y, between the point x1, y1 and the point x2, y2 is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and the y-coordinate is y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So it's important to note that this x-coordinate here is equal to this value, and the y-coordinate of my midpoint is equal to this value. So we're setting coordinate points equal to an expression here, and that may be tricky. And again, I want to point out that this coordinate, or this value right here, is halfway between x1 and x2, and this value, which is our y-coordinate, is halfway between y1 and y2. One more time, this x value is equal to this expression. Our x-coordinate of the midpoint is equal to this expression, and the y value, the y-coordinate of our midpoint, is equal to this expression, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So that is all the notes that we have for this. What you're going to do next is watch these 4 example problems here and take notes on your own paper. Then you will watch these examples. You don't have to take notes on these because this is just me showing you how to use Delta Math. But on this last slide, you do need to take these 3 example problems and write them on your own paper so that you can successfully complete the Delta Math practice. Again, at the end of this activity, you are going to submit a photo of your completed example problems into Canvas. Don't forget to like, comment, and smash the subscribe button.